Hey, Bike, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at the X-Files. And this is El Mund Gira from 1997. Previously, we'd had Paper Hearts, and the next one will be Leonard Betts. Now, this is from season 4, and it's episode 11. And it's really the Monster of the Week story. Now, it was transmitted on the 12th of January 1997 on Fox, on the 23rd of March 1997 on Sky, and on the 19th of November 1997 on BBC One. It's written by John Shiban, who in fact contributed 24 episodes, which he wrote and also co-wrote as well in some. So that's quite a big contribution to the X-Files, which is great. It's directed by Tucker Gates, who this was his only X-File direction, that he directed. But his career progressed, and there's a lot of TV series and TV movies that he's involved in. So, yeah, big career there. And then we've got, as usual, it's produced by Chris Carter, the showrunner, who directs everything. Brilliant. And then we have got the music, as usual, by Mark Snow. Now, the locations are always, I think, an important part of the X-Files. They're based in Vancouver, and there's so many great areas they find, as well, of course, what they do in the studio as well. So we've got Boundary Bay Airport again, which is often used. We've got East Kent Avenue and Burden Street in Vancouver. And also we've got another one area they use a lot, which is New Westminster. So those are the locations. And now we'll get into the cast. It's David Duchovny, of course, who stars as Fox Mulder. And then we've got Gillian Anderson as Dana Scully. And we've got Mitch Pileggi as Walter Skinner, who, to be honest, it's a very small slot with Skinner right at the end. So he's not in it that much. Then we've got Ruben Blades, who plays Conrad Lozano. Now, he is an interesting character. He's an actor, singer, composer, activist, and politician. Wow, amazing. He was involved in as an actor in The Last Flight, 1983, Crossover Dreams, 1985, Fatal Beauty, 1987, Homeboy, 1988, The Two Jakes, oh yes, 1990, Predator 2, 1990, Color of Night, 1994, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, 2003, Safe House, 2012, The Counselor, 2013, and Hands of Stone, 2016. Then we've got Raymond Cruz, who plays Eldia Boente. Now, he was in Gremlins 2, The New Batch, 1990. I love Gremlins 2, it's great. Then Dead Again, 1991. Under Siege, yeah, it's in that, 1992. And Clear and Present Danger, 1994. Oh, that's a great film. Broken Arrow, another one, 1996. Training Day. Yes, Training Day, 2001. Some amazing films. Alien Resurrection, 1999. Yeah. No, sorry, 1997. 1997, Alien Resurrection, which gets a lot of flack. It does. But I enjoyed it. I think it's alright, Alien Resurrection. And yeah, I won't go on about it, but it does get a lot of flack. Then, another set of films is in, I think this is possibly the last sort of sequel. Well, I don't even call them sequels. This even could have been a prequel. But it was a universe, the Conjuring universe, that built up into lots of films. And that was The Curse of La Llorona. I think that's how you pronounce it, Llorona. And that's 2019. And then a film called Medellin, which is in 2023. Then we have got Jose Yankee, I think, Yankee, who plays Soledad Boente. Yes. Now, he was in Fall, 1997. Traffic. I haven't heard of that film for a long time. 2000. That was an adaptation of, I think, a Channel 4 series made into a film. Yeah. The Blue Diner, 2001, that one. So that one, yeah, 2001. Then we have got Beginners, 2010. Miss Bala, 2011. And All About the Money, that's from 2017. So, that is the cast, yes. So, you're saying, what's the story about? Well, Mulder and Scully are called in to investigate the death of Maria Durantes. And she's a migrant farm worker, and a body is found in a field near the shanty town she lived in. And reports of a bright flash and yellow rain connected with some Mexican folklore. Oh yeah, you've got to have a bit of Mexican folklore, which involves this sort of creature or whatever you want to call it, called El Chupacabra. El Chupacabra. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we got all this, and you can see the skepticism of Mulder a bit on this one. Yes, but very skeptical about it. But he knows about it. He likes to talk about it. But Scully, of course, is brilliant in her investigations when she does these autopsies and what have you. And she discovers that Maria had died of a massive fungal infection. Oh, yes. Now, this could have serious consequences. And so begins a search for Maria's brother-in-law, because there's kind of this soap element that they often say. Maria's got a rival, two brothers who are trying to win a heart, if you want to put it like that. But he's gone on the run, the brother-in-law, and they believe he's infected. Well, he is infected, yes. And that's how Mulder and Scully have got to find him. I've got to work it all out so they can get this sorted, because potentially we've got some sort of strange epidemic possibilities. And that's how the story. And I'm not going to say any more about the conclusion of what happens. But it's another of these stories where you're wondering, but is it one of the great stories of this season? I would say it's okay. It's just an okay episode, I think. I think the problems are you don't feel as connected with this story. It has been criticised as having soapy elements, as I said in this, but I can see why they look at it like that. It's just it never feels quite as, exciting. That's it. You don't really get excited by this or afraid, or the emotions are not there. I don't know why, really. Is it the acting? No, I think the acting's okay. It's just maybe the story doesn't quite work as it should do. It doesn't give you that tension that you should feel, and which is a shame. And you could argue maybe it's the direction. Maybe a more gifted director would have made this a better story. But I say that, and this director, it was the only one he did for the X-Files, has become quite a good director and producer. He's quite well known. His career really took off after this, even though it's the only one he directed. But maybe it wasn't, maybe the direction was lacking a little bit in this. And we didn't get that feel and that tension that we should have done, which is a shame. But again, it's the X-Files, and we have a large amount of episodes. It's not like nowadays, where you haven't got that many episodes. But when you get in 20 plus episodes, then, you're going to get some episodes that are not as strong, definitely. But I mean, one of the great strengths I always think of the X-Files, which I absolutely love, was that first season. Our first season could really set the groundwork and deliver such great episodes all at once. And it's progressed, and we've had some absolutely amazing episodes. And therefore, you are bound to get some weaker ones. And this is what is one. I can't deny that at all. So it's just an okay episode. I think that's all I can say, really, about it. But, it's X-Files. I enjoyed it, but it's okay, That's it. Yes. So, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you subscribe, you can look in the playlist and you can see all the previous reviews I've done of the X-Files. And also, you can see all the other things I review. I do a lot of film reviews, TV shows, of course. Sometimes a bit of music, not as much maybe, but I do a little bit. And everything, I think, has a very retro feel. And all that, sometimes collections and things like that. And if you like this video, please give the video a like. If you give this video a like, it gets it out to YouTube. So hopefully other people might enjoy it. And if you have any comments, put your comments down. I always love to read your comments. I always reply to them. And that's it. Yes. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.